Hi, I'm Coach Terry. Welcome to Lesson 2 of the A.L.R program. And in today's lesson, we're going to talk about how you meet and greet. And you should be in your book. We're going to be working on page 16. That's where we're going to start. So before you start a round of golf, it's probably a good idea to know who your playing partners are. So when you do that, in order to introduce yourself, there's some steps that we like to follow at the first tee, and you will do those 5 steps, and hopefully your playing partner will do those steps also. And it's just kind of a common courtesy, so you know who you're playing with, so you know what to, maybe you got something in common you can talk about while you're playing. So the steps are, there's 5 steps, and the first step is that you should face the other person. You want to smile at them, look them in the eye, give them a firm handshake, state your name. And when you state your name, make sure it's loud and clear so they can hear you. And then ask them a question. And the kind of question you're going to ask them is what they call an open-ended question. And an open-ended question, you can't answer with a yes or a no. So an open-ended question might be something like, where do you go to school? What grade are you in? Have you played this course before? You could think of something else too, maybe. So those would be the steps that you would follow before you start a round of golf. And then by that time, you probably know a little bit about your playing partner. And hopefully your partner would do the same thing to you. So what I would like you to do is take a minute, try this out on somebody at home, even though you know who they are and you know what their name is. Just try it. Give it a little practice. Did you look them straight in the eye? Did you smile at them? Give them a firm handshake? Did you tell them your name even though they know who you are? And then ask them a question, maybe something that you don't know about them, even though they're maybe your relative. So try that now. Take a little minute and do that, and I'll get back to you. We'll go outside and do some warm-ups. Okay, to do some warm-ups, I've got 5 of them for you. The first one I want you to do is just take your arms and stretch them across. Try and pat yourself on the back. Do the right arm first, and then the next one, do your left arm. Then when you feel a good stretch through here, then go back to your right, go up over your head, pull your elbow, try and touch your thumb into your back. And then the same thing with your left, up over your head and pull it like so. Okay, so that's 1, and just hold it for a count like of 10. Okay, shake your arms out a little. Okay, and the next thing I want you to do is to crisscross your feet. Okay, one over the other. Raise your hands up to your head again. And then just reach over and try and hang to your toes. Again, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then come up, switch feet, crisscross the other way, raise your hands up, reach for your toes, and again, count to 10. Okay, so that's 2. The next one I want you to do is I want you to walk, take 10 steps, and we're going that way. And I want you to do high knees or knees to elbows. So I want you to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then turn around, go back to where you started, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? All right. And then the next one. Let's see, what are we going to do next? We're going to step hop. Okay? Same thing. Step hop. And then come back. Swing those arms. And then finally, your favorite, karaoke. Go on that way. Remember to karaoke? Step behind, step in front, step behind, step in front, step behind, step in front. And then heading that way, go a little bit faster. And that's it. That should be good for a warm-up. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is practice with our photo finish, like when you hit your driver and you do L to L and you want a nice finish. We're going to practice, but only with balls. And I've laid out 3 towels, and I want you to stand sideways to your target. You're going to swing your arm, let go of the ball, and you're going to try and hit each one of those targets one after the other. So let me show you what I want you to do. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to stand with your shoulder towards your target, like if you were using your driver. You know, get your hands out here. You're going to do 1 ball at a time, and what I want you to do is I want you to use the arm swing like you would do with the driver, and then I want you to photo finish with your heel. So your toe is down, heels up. Remember, we used to put smiley faces on your heel? Okay, so let me try it this way. Let me show you what I want you to do. So you're going to take your arm, you're going to swing, hit the first towel, okay? Then I want you to swing a little bit harder, try and hit the second towel. And again, remember, you want to get that toe down, heel up, and then your hips are pointing towards your target, just like if you had a driver in your hand. Here we go. Let's try for towel number 2. Okay, finally, let's try for towel number 3. Again, your shoulders towards your target. You're going to take your arm, you're going to swing, keep your legs spread shoulder width apart, and keep that toe down, heel up. Let's try towel number 3. Almost.
Hey guys, Coach Eric from the First Tee. We're here to talk a little bit today about body balance and the photo finish. I'm going to try to do a couple activities with you guys today, but first I want to talk a little bit about specifically what balance is. When we look at balance, balance is the equal distribution of weight by someone to be steady, okay? And so when we think about that, that's really important within the golf swing. A golf swing is a very athletic activity, so we need to remain in balance throughout that golf swing. If we think about life, or we think about all the things that includes going to school, going to work, having activities outside of those areas, we want to have balance in those areas. So I want to kind of talk about a couple different tips that are really that have really impacted my golf career and made my swing better. And I've noticed in working with some junior golfers over the years, it's improved their golf swing too. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to take a quarter, okay? If you don't have a quarter, it doesn't really matter. You can use a penny, you can use a nickel, but a quarter is kind of a bigger denomination that'll help you complete this activity a little bit better. But what I want you to do is I want you to put a quarter on the ground, okay? And I want you to we're going to get set up to the golf ball like we usually would. And I want that quarter on your back right foot. So if you're right-handed, your back right foot should have the quarter basically in the middle of the sole. So we look at this in the golf swing as the trail foot. And then what I want you guys to do is I want you to get up on it like you're going to get ready to hit the golf ball. So we got our trail foot and we got our lead foot. And all I want us to do is think about our takeaway, okay? We're going to take away. And the activity really focuses on making sure that the right foot stays firmly on the ground on the takeaway. And the reason that's so important is that a lot of golfers, not only junior golfers, but a lot of golfers, their first move on their takeaway is the foot comes like this. The right foot on the takeaway needs to stay stabilized. So if you guys could at home, just go ahead and get over the ball and go ahead and take maybe 5 or 10 swings where you take the club back, okay? I don't want you to hit the ball yet. Just take the club back and make sure that that right foot stays firmly planted on the ground. Now, along with that activity, I'm going to ask you guys to do one more thing. Go back in that position, okay? With the right foot firmly on the ground, with that coin underneath. And we're going to take the club back, and then we're actually going to finish. We're actually going to complete the golf swing, okay? So when we complete the golf swing, we're now in what's considered a photo finish. Now at that point, what I want you guys to do is I want you to do that all in one motion. So we're putting our right foot on the coin, we're taking the club back with our right foot firmly on the ground, and we're finishing the photo finish. Now within the photo finish, what I'd like you guys to practice, if you could maybe even do this out in the yard, is wait for that golf ball to land. This could be a chip, this could be a short wedge shot, this could be a medium iron, it could be anything. But make sure that we're keeping that right foot firmly on the ground on the takeaway and swinging through to that photo finish and keeping that position until the ball lands on the ground.
Okay, we're back inside. So let's do a quick wrap up. And what we were talking today about was meeting and greeting. So before you begin a round of golf, you need to introduce yourself to your playing partners, and you do that using 5 steps. And those 5 steps then turn into what we call A.L.R. And the A is asking the other person a question, listening to their response for the L, and then the R is responding to what the other person has said. So you're going to answer their questions, so to speak. So remember, when asking the questions, you want to make sure you're asking open-ended questions. Now, again, open-ended questions are ones that are not a yes and no answer. And open-ended questions would begin with words like who, what, when, where, and how. So now for some homework. Oh, homework. Little bit in your book. So what I would like you to do is to fill in the pages 16 through 21. And then make sure on page 21 that you have a parent sign it or an adult sign that page that says what you've done. And then again, when you're doing that, you can talk to your parents. You can tell them what you covered today. So have a great week. Hope to see you again real soon. Bye from Coach Terry.